Excited to be back and recording another episode of Amusings. And it made us think when Adrian, Rachel, and I get together, we like to talk about what's going on with our day. Rachel, how's your week going?
Oh, just splendid. We opened a new attraction. That was great. Looked at buying new games and whatnot. Great. And then the other day, a staff member texted me as she was walking into work and said, "Hey, Rachel, there's two bears in the parking lot," followed by a picture of those two bears in the parking lot. So that's how my week went.
What does one do about two bears in the parking lot? Are they offered admission, or what's the protocol here?
Well, I was a bit confused because we did just open our new underwater adventure golf. So I think, they heard there was fish and was like, "Hey, that's the place for me to be."
Understandable.
Yeah, but they were very polite. There was a mama bear and her little cub. And I think the mama bear did not want to be there. And it was the cub that wanted to get into the fun park. So she was more
like other guests. So just
yeah, exactly. Really. They just look different from everybody else.
But do they get a locals discount?
Well, I guess they could have, yeah.
I mean, I'm just wondering, if
I mean, I don't know if they were locals. That's the thing.
Gotta
Do you
validate.
think they were visiting? You think they're out of town?
Out of town. Been visiting because I haven't seen them before. So maybe they were out of towners, but yeah.
And they just moved on along?
Yeah, we clapped our hands. And off we went.
They just wanted applause. That was it. They just needed validation.
He said, "Hey, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out into the parking lot and I'm gonna clap my hands."
Yep.
This was your plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good plan. It worked.
Yeah,
and it worked. So, okay, what was the plan if it didn't work?
Enter them in that bear contest.
I don't think we considered what if our plan didn't work.
Yeah, like it kind of seems
improvisation.
It kind of seems that way. So now that you know that the walking in the parking lot and clapping for taking photos, walking in the parking lot, clapping at them works, do you SOP that, or what's the next steps here?
Yeah, so I actually did have to call a conservation officer only because I didn't want guests. You know how people see bears, they probably freak out. I thought, no, now the looks will get 10 phone calls. We almost got eaten by a bear, which is not what happened. They were not a threat. They were clearly looking for something to eat. And then upon us clapping from a distance, they disappeared. So they weren't a threat. So
one could say they were just looking for applause, but
yes.
That's what I think. I think they were looking for
right on, Andrea.
Yeah.
I think you got
this. I think that's actually what the conservation officer typed in his laptop reason for visit, looking for applause, and then they moved on. They just needed some validation.
That's it.
Yeah, and you got to meet a conservation officer.
Yeah, well, on the phone I did. He didn't.
Oh my gosh, not even bothered.
He didn't visit us. Not after I was like, they're not a threat. You don't need to come down here.
And they took your word for it. They're like, "Oh, Rachel clearly knows what she's doing because she knew to clap her hands."
Yes.
How many disclaimers should we put out here to let people know that we have no idea what the right thing is to do when you're dealing with a bear and to not listen to us?
Well, they say leave them alone. I mean,
it depends on which type of bear as to what you have to do. The only problem is I'm not very good at telling the difference between the bears. So it's like, is this you be loud or you play dead? So
they don't have little name tags on that say, "Hi, I'm Grizzly.
My name is Grizzly.
I'm a black bear. I'm a brown bear.
I prefer applause." Well,
just here for the attention.
in honor of your bear story, let's just do the obvious, which is round of applause. Well done, Rachel.
Thank you.
Just another day in the amusement industry.